Hey guys, day 14 out here again. Another beautiful day in the neighborhood. So, as you probably saw in my short, I'm going to be talking about value and worth. And just was thinking about this last night. You know, these are the things that go through your mind when you're, going through what I'm going through. So, yeah, I mean, so like, how do we determine value, right? I mean, I always go back to like from a job perspective, like an employer, they employ you, and then they invest into you, and you do a good job, and then you're considered a valuable employee, and they want to keep you. They want to, they just want to promote you and all kinds of good stuff, right? So when I think about it that way, and then if you don't do a good job, you're not pulling your weight, then they basically say, hey, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and fire you, because you're just not worth their time, or you're not doing what they need you to do, right? And I think in some ways the relationships are kind of the same way, but sometimes people's evaluation of you might be incorrect, right? Maybe they have too high of expectations of you, right? And maybe their expectations are of you when you first got married and you were together and everything was great, and then things happen in life, right? I mean, people lose family members, like parents, and they go through problems, they have stress at work, there's different things that can happen along the relationship, right? But if somebody always has an expectation of you to be a certain way, then you're not going to probably meet those expectations, whatever it might be. I mean, it could be just cuddling, it could be like saying you love them every day, or maybe it's like you're doing like really nice things, buying them nice gifts, and whatever it might be, right? And those things can be their standards, right? And they want you to meet those standards forever, right? But that's not how people work. People don't stay the same. I mean, they might stay pretty much the same, but things happen in life, right? I mean, people go through stuff, and so that's that's a difficult thing, right? It's like, but when you love somebody, there's another element there, right? Because in your workforce, they don't love you, right? They love what you can do for them, right? But when you get married, it's supposed to be more than that, right? It's supposed to be like, they love you no matter what, right? Sickness and health, to death do you part, basically, right? So there's a different standard there. So I think that that's something that's kind of overlooked, and also being married to a narcissist, it's like they require things or you're gone, right? They can leave easily, and that's the reason they can leave easily. So, because it's all about what you can give them, right? So, yeah, so it's kind of like that. And then I also want to talk about like, who do you care about who evaluates you, right? Do you care, like somebody that you don't even like to evaluate you? I mean, you don't even care, right? What if somebody leaves you? Do you care if they evaluate you and they don't like you? No, you don't really care, right? So I think it's important to know that you got to remember who you care about, who's evaluating you, right? Like a stranger, for instance. Are you going to really care, like, what a stranger thinks about you? I mean, maybe. But like a person, like maybe that's collecting money on the side of the corner, do you really care about what they think? No, because they don't mean anything to you, right? So it all comes down to, you care about people's evaluation of you, of people that care about you and that you want to keep in your life, right? That's what it really comes down to. So when you're thinking about like, what is your worth? Well, your worth is pretty much determined by the people you love and that you want to keep in your life. So just remember that, keep people that are close to you that love you no matter what, right? And they're not going to leave you. I mean, it's just like my kids. I mean, they're going to love me no matter what. I'm a good dad, I'm a terrible dad. You're right. That's just the way it is. They still love you, right? So always try to be the best, though. That's what I try to do. I try to be the best dad I can, or the best husband, right? Under any circumstances, right? I'm not trying the best dad right now with what's going on with this Christmas, but like my kids even said, I don't really care, Dad. I understand Christmas isn't that big of a deal to me anyways, and they're gonna love me no matter what. I did the best effort I could to try to make it seem, like a good Christmas, right? So anyways, I just think it's important to remember who's important that's evaluating you, and just keep that in mind when you think about your worth, right? You're not always going to meet everybody's expectations, so I think we all have expectations of ourselves as well. So we want to do certain things, and we have different morals or whatever it might be. So I want to talk about my workout this morning. I kind of pushed it a little bit hard. It was raining out. Kept on thinking about my old boss, who was a Marine that was in Vietnam. He used to say, whenever it would rain, he'd be like, "Run in between the raindrops." So I was kind of running in between the raindrops today. I was kind of going faster than I probably should have. My heart felt like it was like beating 1,000 beats per minute, huffing and puffing. But I got it in, and I don't know, probably have to recover a couple of days from that one in my heart. Just going to take it easy today with the second workout. But things are going good. I'm getting a lot of good results. Happy with that. Next week I should be in the 220s, probably 228, and just keep on making progress. That's the goal. So, but I just think it's most important to just let you know that I'm not gonna give up on my workouts. I'm gonna keep on going, and no matter if it's raining, snowing, already been through, or if it's real cold, I'm gonna be out here. I'm gonna keep on doing my workout and get to my goals. And I hope that you guys also set some goals for yourselves. Oh, speaking of goals and getting to your weight and all this other stuff, I made this mistake of getting on like these dating websites just to see like what is out there in the world, right? I tell you, let me just say this to you guys and girls. If you are going to get on a dating site, make sure you're in really good shape. Don't show your best foot forward, right? I mean, I know you're not supposed to judge people by the way they look, but people do, right? Just a matter of fact. If you're very overweight, I'm sure you're lonely, whatever. I've been there. I'm still kind of there. I'm not looking for anything right now because I'm just not where I should be mentally and physically. So one thing I'd recommend to everybody, put your best foot forward. You're going to look better. You're going to look better when you're thinner, healthier, mentally healthier, and people are going to see that. And people want, to have somebody that takes care of themselves. And, I know, when you're overweight and maybe you're not the most attractive person, but try to be the best that you can be, right? And that's what I'm doing. I fully don't expect to ever meet anybody on a dating site. It's just impossible because everybody that is on there, I would say 95% are either overweight or, just not attracted to me, right? And the other 5%, they're like very attractive or very trashy or whatever. It's just not for me either. So it's it's the reason is because the ones that are very attractive, they're just getting their inboxes just destroyed. Like everybody's trying to meet them and talk to them, right? It's a poor setup. I think the best way to do it, if you're going to try to meet somebody, get yourself in shape, join a gym, maybe take some classes, maybe take some dance classes, whatever. Meet people organically. Don't waste your time on those sites. You're just going to get more depressed. You're going to get more fat because you know, it's just not conducive, in my opinion, to really meeting somebody of substance. I mean, there's some exceptions, I'm sure, but it's gonna be very difficult, you know. So just keep that in mind. But don't expect me like dating anybody for the next year. I need to focus on myself, and that's you know, my fitness and mental part, and that's exactly what I'm doing now. So I hope you guys do the same, and I'll see you next time.